difference a haircut makes, bro.
Maybe it's the haircut or the mustache. I don't know, but like,
Man said he could see the darkness.
Yeah.
Does a person need to have a black partner to push pro-black agendas or push
how do you feel then? Because
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Never.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. And we have the return of Blacka Da Don in the motherfucking building. A lot of people don't know that you've been sampled on a Drake record. How, as somebody from Pelham, have you been able to stay out of the polys?
Next question, Friday.
Blacka got beef with such and such.
Masks. Boom, 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 beard eye.
Out of here,
And
man.
that's just that lane. So like, what separates me from a guy like the baby, no disrespect, is I'm a lot more talented.
I don't know if you've been seeing on the timeline the 100Watts versus Golde London.
You know, Nola Fox?
Yeah.
Come on.
Simple, you already got it right there.
Promoter call said that I'm booked. I throw a sister Nola. Jump on this shit with no hook. She tryna f*** I give her that look. That's it. That's how
We love
Doing his
hip-hop.
own, like, burner YouTube account. Are we recording now?
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Yeah.
I did see a little bit of a clip, but I didn't watch the whole YouTube video yet. It says "I quit" on the front on the thumbnail.
yeah, it's like 30 minutes long. I watched it. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch the full video, but I keep seeing clips of him doing self-improvement activities, and it seems like he's kind of strayed away from Twitch since his what is it, Mafia-thon? What is it called?
Yeah, the Mafia-thon.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed, and before you continue, cause he yells a lot when he's streaming in comparison to what I seen in that clip. Because like he was just really calm in that clip, but then when I watched like some clips from
you yell a lot when you're streaming.
Yeah, but like
I know what you mean.
I get on a rant, right? No, I feel you. I yell when I stream, but not the whole stream through.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Yo, chat, chat." Da-da-da-da. So it's like after you finish like a 7-hour stream or 4-hour stream or whatever, where you're just yelling the whole way through without a rant.
You're on 100.
Fam, he must be drained after a stream.
Yeah, and I think the type of activity or job he's doing is so novel to the human experience. Like, we're not supposed to be sitting down all day having all these like high energy conversations. Then you go to sleep and someone can just wake you up with a donation. Like, that'll do something to your nervous system for real. Then his girl and him split up, so he's probably like kind of looking within. He probably has all the external materialistic things that he'd ever want, but he probably didn't feel satisfied. So he's like, yo, let me start reading. Let me start going to the gym. Let me start reflecting.
Yeah.
But do you think he's going to kind of totally stray away from the live streaming aspect and he's just going to kind of go into a next lane?
That's going to be tough, bro. That's his bread and butter, bro. What's he gonna pivot to? Like completely to something else?
Acting?
Well, he's dropping a fashion line.
Yeah.
Basically, in the video, it starts off because the title "I Quit." It's kind of a misdirect, you know, like it's supposed to
clickbait.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like he starts off the video by saying, "Oh, I quit overthinking. I quit not taking up space." Like, you know what I mean? So yeah,
affirmations.
Exactly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but his audience is loving it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm here for this. Like, I'm loving this new journey you're on. So after that beginning part, he goes to the beach and he's sitting down. It's like black and white. He's just talking about he's been nervous to go on this new part of his journey because he's had so much success with the streaming. He doesn't want to fail at something.
But hold on. What new part of what journey? Like, is he going to be doing something completely outside of the streaming
He's dropping a fashion
realm?
line, you know what I mean? And like, yo, Kanye already showed us that these fashion people are very stringent and stingy of who they let into their club. You know,
a lot of gatekeepers, yeah.
You know, so like,
but you don't think he could simultaneously do that while being a streamer? Like, he could probably delegate that to a team that handles it. He could probably oversee the vision.
That's the thing. He's trying to do it himself, and like he spends, I believe, maybe a couple months in Italy. So his mom pulled up while he was on the beach, and then they were talking for a bit. Then they went to, I'm not sure if it was Louis Vuitton or one of them type things. Like, so he went to one of those warehouses, and then they seen how they make the boot from scratch. He's there doing the stitching and all that stuff. So he seems serious that he's trying to like embark on this new journey. But when you see like the class clown to try to be serious, there's like a comical element to it because he was trying to read or whatever, right? he was like trying to showcase like, oh guys, I've been reading every day.
Mhm.
And then like there's this word that he was stuck on.
Happens.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he looked up the word and like,
I could understand that.
so he's like the word was spontaneity. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he's like,
Chat, spontaneity.
no, literally that's what it was. But like he's trying to be serious, so he's reading it. He's like, you just have to utilize your spawn. You have to utilize. Chat. Sometimes I just like to look up the words so I know exactly what I'm
Of
saying. So
course.
you know what I mean?
But I don't think there's any shame in that.
No, there's no shame in that. But it's
Yeah.
just like funny. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess.
Stupid as fuck.
But you know what's interesting? I don't know if it's because he rebranded his image with like cutting off his hair and stuff, but I don't just see him as like this silly dude anymore. Like I see the darkness. Like I feel like he's like gone through some serious mental health.
the
Like,
PR's working on you, eh?
yeah, like I feel like, yo, this guy's like a deeply hurt, like successful person. You know what I'm saying?
What the difference a haircut makes, bro.
Maybe it's the haircut or the mustache. I don't know, but like,
Man said he could see the darkness.
yeah. Like before when it was just on the stream, it was like, yo, this guy's full of life, energy. He's just always on, always happy, you know? And then now that I'm seeing like the more serious content, I'm like, yo, this guy is like, you could tell that he's damaged a little bit.
He's layered.
I guess. Yeah. But before it was like, nah, like he's just this character that is always on,
Yeah.
always yelling, always laughing, you know?
Because you're getting to hear him not yelling at the top of his lungs for like the whole time that you're seeing him on your screen.
And I guess that's probably what he was afraid of, that like that's probably who he actually is, like a little more like calm and like
Yeah,
relaxed. But like that's not what the audience fell in love with. They fell in love with him kind of being this over the top
Exuberant
figure. Yeah.
And he's also getting older. You know what I mean? So like when he started streaming, I believe it was like 5 years ago. So I think it was probably like maybe 17. You know what I mean? So now if he's going to be like 23, 24, 25, I could see him wanting to branch out into more serious, you know, career aspirations rather than just like, being the turn up guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and last thing, because I actually have a good pre-topic for you guys. He's gonna have to shed some of his homies then, because guys like Rakai,
Facts.
salute to BTB Des, because that's We Love Hip Hop alumni. But like, you can't be using the F word that rhymes with maggot over and over again on the man's friggin' stream, marathon stream or whatever it was called.
Even Ray, like you might have to
Mafia
cut
Con.
off Ray still.
All
I
of
don't
those
like
guys-
where Ray's like character arc went. Like
I feel you.
Yeah.
he kind of, I feel like he kind of got a little too full of himself.
Yeah, so his crew might be getting in his way. You know what I'm saying? So even with him doing all of that content by himself, it might be a little bit of a foreshadowing of he might be shedding that crew just now.
I think so. I think he
Yeah.
kind of outgrew them. I think they're always going to do their thing, and I think they're still going to be AMP, but you can tell that maybe he doesn't want to continue in that direction.
I'm not even thinking about AMP, because isn't that like Agent 00 and different mans like that?
Yeah,
I'm thinking
Duke
about
Dennis.
his
The
younger
youngins.
guys.
Yeah.
Mm.
Those guys are a little bit too erratic. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I do have a pre-topic for you
Yes.
guys, because we made some content, not last week actually, a few days ago, right? Great content. Big salute to Marlon Palmer.
Oh, you bringing this up?
The thing is, you guys got some backlash, because I was kind of quiet in that one right there. And what you guys were getting backlash on was the non-black partner.
Is that backlash? Well, I didn't consider it backlash though.
Well, a lot of people were like, why does she have to have a black partner for him to be pro-black? And low-key, I kind of feel them. Does a person need to have a black partner to push pro-black agendas or
Okay,
push
how do you feel then?
pro-blackness?
Because pro-black means you want to continue the black lineage and you want to see black greatness. So if you are searching for love outside of the black woman, how is that pro-black in any sense?
That's one way people can look at being pro-black. I look at pro-black as wanting the best for my people.
Wanting the best for your people is not wanting to see your people getting married and your people procreating.
Yes, but it also doesn't, affect somebody from loving who they love. I'm not going to say, okay, because, I want to see the best for my people, and, it would be great for black people to be dating black people. If you start falling in love with somebody who's not black, I can't fill you out of the pro-black category.
One more thing I'll say, and then you can say something if you want. Seeing the best for black people is keeping the money within the black community. You know what I mean? So if you are procreating outside of the community, you are then taking everything, all your resources you have, and bringing that outside of the community. If you pass, like look at what Kofi's Shotzi did. You know what I mean? Like she's not taking that money and bringing it back. She's not bringing it back to Black. You know what I mean? She's bringing it back to her family and like building up their thing. So
yeah. So you're saying Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
And interestingly enough, Kobe Bryant's parents never really liked Vanessa. They actually wanted him with Brandy.
For real, eh?
Yeah, and I don't know if it had to do with her race or not. She was also very young when they got together, but so was he. But in regards to the Marlon situation, if I'm being fair, like his experience in a relationship with a non-Black woman doesn't take away from his experience as a Black man.
Yes.
So I'm not going to be like, you can't talk about this because you're dating, you know, like I think there is a point to be made about, you know, when you do take a stance around race, that you should be consistent like all throughout. Like I honestly, maybe I listen to too much Dr. Umar Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it does start in the home. And like, technically, even if Marlon had a kid with like a non-Black woman, the kid would still be considered Black.
That is true.
You know, so like you're still continuing the, I guess like the Black legacy or whatever.
But in that point, okay, Drake is Black.
Yeah.
Some would say that because I'm like, bro, I've heard people in America say he ain't Black, bro, and that just drives me crazy.
It depends how you define it.
Yeah, okay, with our definition of Black, just by being like a melanated being, you know, like visibly Black. Okay, so
I don't know if that's a good definition because there are melanated Indians.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Audience, you know what I mean?
I know what you meant.
Okay, so Drake, and I'm not trying to bring family into this, but
Drake,
the woman that Drake had a kid with, you know what I mean? The kid came out looking super white passing, you know what I mean? So if his youth has a youth with another white girl, then like Drake's Black, like I feel like it's kind of rubbed out. Like are they still Black?
Okay, actually, let's even do this. That we can use that scenario, common gang strong. But what about if his kid eventually gets with another half Black person? What is that then? Like
a Steph Curry, Aisha Curry kind of situation?
Yeah, two, for lack of a better term, half breeds getting together. Does that make a whole?
I'm just imagining like a down situation.
We're doing mathematics right now.
I'm just imagining like Ice Spice.
I'm doing the eugenics math. I'm like, what would they be considered? I don't know, man. It's not for me to say, and like honestly, it depends.
Yeah, Zara, what do you think?
What do I think?
To be honest, it becomes like
I can always tell like when someone has Black features, even if they're mixed and they're like very white passing. So, but it depends who you're interacting with. You might interact with some Black people. They'll be like, you're not Black at all. But they're like, yo, both my parents are half Black. But it might complicate things. But a white person,
it'll be like a logic situation where like everywhere he goes, he has to be like, oh, yo, my dad's Black. Like, you know what I mean?
But he's
like,
50-50 down the middle.
Yeah, so his dad look black. When you see his dad looks like me, fam. Hey. Straight up.
Well, I just mean like in the sense of like he's always gonna have to qualify.
Yeah, but himself. Like he got a lot of his mom's genes when you think about it, fam. Like his dad is dark, fam. Like not super dark. Let me not exaggerate. He's not like my level of darkness, but like a couple of shades lighter, fam. Yeah. But like he's a Black man.
But I feel like there are other like defining features besides skin tone that can represent Blackness. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think it's just like, oh, if you're dark or not. Like you could usually tell like maybe like the nose, the lips, like you could tell like, okay, this person might be mixed with something.
Yeah.
Like that girl on the Joe Budden podcast, what's her name? Don't call me white girl. Yeah, like you can tell that she's mixed with Black, even though like if you just looked at her skin tone, like just the skin tone, you'd be like, okay, like she might be just white.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Hence, don't call me white girl.
Even Adonis, Drake's kid, like if you really look at his features, you're like, okay, those are Black features.
There's something there.
There's something there. It's like, you're not white.
Yeah. If in school they would still be like, I don't know if you could sit at the completely white table.
But what I will say, and maybe this is, once again, I've been watching too much Dr. Umar Johnson, is that when we kind of fall for love as the leading force for marriage, it's not really conducive for community building. Like other communities, they don't think about like love, feelings, or lust necessarily when they're kind of getting married and establishing a family. They're kind of looking at family compatibility, economic compatibility.
Facts.
So if you are going to kind of want to push your community forward, you have to approach it not with love or googly eyes or like, oh, she's so sweet or whatever, but like, nah, it's my duty to continue this for my community. So I'm going to go for XYZ. But who's to say that maybe he tried to go for black girls and it just didn't work out? And then maybe when he dealt with this one Arab girl, she was rating him heavy. Like,
So you couldn't get no black things.
no, maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it wasn't, they weren't compatible. Like, who knows, bro? I don't know his experience, right? But I think there's points to be made for both arguments. At the end of the day, like, I feel like, you know, everyone has the right to do whatever they want. But for me, one time I dated a girl, she was mixed and she was super pro-black. And I was like, how pro-black are you when you're dating me? Like, I straight up showed her, I'm like, yo, like, if you have that mentality, like, you should just be with a black dude. And like, I wouldn't even be pissed, but it's just like, you got to be consistent with your principles. You know, it just sounds like you're trying to do both.
Yeah, you can't be, you know, pro-black, I guess, and be with a white guy.
Does that sound right to you? Like, but I feel like that happens a lot. A lot of these pro-black women that are black end up with these liberal white dudes. And it's just like, it looks weird to me, bro. So I must look crazy to y'all.
Yeah,
so then you're putting women in a compromising position then, fam, because like she might be like, I'm trying to be pro-black, but I like this guy Czar, and like,
hey, I'm pro-black too.
so it just cancels it out, right?
Nah, but actually, I used to go to this like poetry, like open mic thing or whatever, right? Shout out to Rise. But there was these pro-black girls that would go there, right? And I used to be like, oh, they're so down for the cause. I rate them, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, they were going, like the ringleader was going to like this old white guy's crib and he was paying her to do stuff. And then she was going, I'm not going to say that she was going to Rise, but she was going to these open mic pro-black spaces and recruiting other black women to go to this elderly white man's mansion.
Do it for the culture.
Yo, but I feel like in their mind, this is reparations. They're like, yeah, like, let's like extort this white dude. But like, they're kind of replaying the power dynamics.
At what cost, though? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me, bro.
Gotta do it for the culture, sister. Okay, let's start this show up, man. I think, you know, we got enough pro-black talks. Actually, we never came to a conclusion before we start. So do you have to, I guess natural is on the yes, you have to have a black partner to be pro-black.
I'm standing on it.
You standing on the 10 toes.
I will say that you can obviously be pro-black, and if you're black, like, I'm not gonna be like, you can't be pro-black when you're black. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going through your mind or your experience, but what I will say is, if you are a racist, you got to be consistent and just stick to your race. Like,
yes.
Like if you're like a KKK, stick to your whiteness. You know what I'm saying?
Are you quitting being pro-black to being racist?
No, no. Well, actually, in a positive sense. In a positive sense.
What do you mean?
Concerned with one's own race.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're pertaining to your own race. It's not necessarily a negative racism in that sense.
I just don't know what the comments.
The KKK is a negative racism, though. So I hear that. But what I will say
they're concerned with their own race.
They technically are. They're a little too concerned. They're a little too concerned. But I feel like it depends on your ideology. Like, I don't know how he sees the world. I don't know how he views his partner. I don't know how his partner's family views him. Like, there's so many nuances. But there are like pro-black people who are racist to other races, and they're open about it. And it's not like some hateful thing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like,
they say they can be racist because it's not systemic, but it is prejudice.
Prejudice,
You know,
racially I would say racially charged prejudice, because I understand like the systemic
I was
aspect.
on the woke side for a look, you know what I mean?
So you know
I was
their
one of them
arguments.
guys, so I know all the talking points though.
Yeah, but
natural.
Yeah, so it depends. Like, okay, for example, like Hebrew Israelites, who they're openly racist and they're not like ashamed about it. They'll be like, nah, this, that. So if one of those guys ended up with like a non-Israelite, or, you know, like someone from another nation or whatever,
like a lot of them,
then you look like a hypocrite, you know, because of the message that you're spewing.
Yeah.
So it all depends on, I think it's just being consistent with your principles.
Yo, you pro-black, what's again? Say again?
Pro-black?
The Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites. Don't come for me, okay? We're not trying to do another sorry panel. Okay, let's start the show. salute to Marlon, man. Pull up, bro. You and Duke, man. We need to do the We Love Hip Hop, Extra Gravy collabo. Make sure that the man them are in attendance.
Do you think they'll pull up with me and Natural here?
Yeah, bro. I think you guys need it. You guys can work it out, man. We could all work it out. Right? Something to grow on. Pause. Let's get it started over here, man. We gotta get
one with this one, Melody.
felt like, getting into a little Toronto mood today, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed.
I like that.
It's got like a freaking, I don't know what's going on outside over here.
This guy started playing Sav and the sirens just started going off.
It's not part of the music. Let's get into it, man. We are Box, the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host, Friday Ricky Dread, aka Podcast Poppy, aka 100 Blunts to the Head, aka no more AKAs for the day. We back at it. We love hip hop studios. We got back in the building, the Turkish Thrill.
Ha.
You might see him at the Scrippy, getting his business done.
Making money, not spending it.
Not tricking out there, you know what I'm saying? You might see him at the wedding reception, taking requests, as well as making some of the craziest playlists that nobody will hear because it's a private event.
You're not invited.
DJs are in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. DJs are, aka Burrow Sound, aka Young Shawarma, aka Cheeseburger, aka Zarly Kirk. Back at it like a crack addict.
Yes, sir.
It's good, boys.
We good. It's freaking
right.
snowstorm going on outside, but we over here, man, and I appreciate you pulling up too, bro.
For sure, man. I had to take the TTC here, bro, because I thought it was gonna be crazy. It wasn't even that crazy.
It's not even that crazy.
I had to see some crackheads interacting. It was wild. Okay.
No delays though.
Mm-hmm.
We over here, but we also have back in the building, the troublemaker himself. You might see him on your YouTube screen giving some crazy hot takes that get the city going wild. You might see him in the booth making 2025 wrap-ups that get the whole city crazy without the op shit. You might see him on your social media screen with a nice body right next to him without having to pay. You know what I'm saying? DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
You already know, hide your wife, hide your shawty is doing content with everybody out here. Shout out to the We Love Hip Hop family. Ready for a good pod?
We out here, man. And also, getting the brand deals too, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm saying? Brand deal master over here. But listen, man, we over here, let me get a quick salute to the sponsors. We're going to do one more story and then we're going to bring our guest in. Okay. Starting with Exotic Hot Pot. Okay. Exotic Hot Pot has some of the hottest piff some of the best piff in the city. Okay. Exotic's 5-star blends, and they got the delivery that can get to you quick in the GTA. Okay. They also got some pretty hot grabber too. I've been using their grabber the other day and grabber's hot. You know what I'm saying? Hit them up if you want to get their accessories, piff, anything you need. That's exotichotpot.ca on their website, or on their Instagram page is Exotic Hot Pot. Also, if you want to get your cars detailed, you got to go to Road Ready Detailing. That's 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. Okay, they got anything that you need over there. You can get your cars tinted. You can get the cars completely detailed, top to bottom. Okay, wraps, ceramics, anything you need. And they have a tint special going on right now. Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Toronto Road Ready Detailing. Or again, you can just go check them out, 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. Let me do a couple more. And I want to give a big salute to Kensington Market Dispensary. Okay, that's 25 Kensington Avenue in Kensington Market. They have over 25 different strains to choose from with a smelling station for you to check out before your purchase. You can get gas as low as $5 G's or 1050 P's. They got edibles, hot grabber, exclusive backwood flavors, concentrates, and wholesales available as well. You can connect with them on Instagram at Kensington_Market Dispensary, or hit them on Snapchat, Kensington Market Dispo. Last but not least, give a big salute to, you got the shaker over there, some of that grabber. Okay, big salute to DJ Natural holding up that grabber right there. Okay, Grabba has some super, super hot grabba. You can get it in the grabba shakers. You can get it in the leaf, like how I enjoy it. And yeah, get the delivery in the GTA. Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's grabba.ca. And let them know that We Love Hip Hop Boy sent you.
You can also use it as an instrument.
Exactly.
It's a multi-purpose.
Gentlemen, we're gonna cut the formalities short because we have a guest in here today, and I'm really excited to get to him soon. But I wanted to bring up something before our guest pulls up, just because it might be a little bit kind of oppy. Have you guys been seeing the news on the Certi2x Passing, the Vancouver artist?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've seen more than I wanted to see.
Yeah. I guess my question to you guys, because from the news reports, and I'm actually almost finished a documentary on him right now, but from the news reports, he was found dead in a house fire, right? But then reports started coming in through social media that he was actually shot in the home, and graphic.
Yeah.
Trigger warning. He was urinated on.
Oh, what?
Yes, this is what I was hearing from like in the Reddit and from behind the scenes, right? And then they burnt the house down.
But okay, how do mans know all that?
It gets crazy, fam. All right, but the Reddit has been crazy, fam. I know other social media pages have been kind of wild too. I'll pull up something here, here on Reddit. Look at this. This is how much these guys have gone to the depths of hell as far as like the Reddit videos that they're making.
This is AI.
They're making AI videos.
Yo, look at this tribute. Silver wings and all that?
Man really thought legend status came with extra lives.
He was talking tough on live last week. Now it's...
Bro.
What?
Have we gone too far? Like, are we like, RIP to the young man and condolences to his family, but like, have we gone too far in this social media online age where like people just we're just desensitized, bro? And that's just the tip of the iceberg, what I'm showing you. I didn't show you guys the multiple videos or pictures of this guy's like face, people, putting burnt toast emojis and stuff like that. Like, does society have no more feelings, fam? Or is it just because of the situation itself?
I think the internet has desensitized. We're at the point where we're just desensitized to everything, and like everything's a joke on the internet, bro. Like,
everything.
We went through a whole pandemic, and man's just making jokes throughout the whole thing. You know what I mean? So like, and with the whole drill culture, it's kind of more like, whenever somebody passes that is from one side, like the other side has to celebrate it. They have to like, this is another one for the scoreboard type thing, like.
Yes. And not to interrupt you, but it's not the other side. Like, obviously, his ops are they're doing jokes. They got jokes too. Like,
they ordered a cake.
They ordered a cake with his face on it. That unacceptable. But I understand when it's fucked up, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, mans are doing everything.
No, because like, man, really went to Sears, Walmart, or something. And
literally.
Could you write this? I just like, hey. At this point, mans have either too much time on their hands or they're too, I don't want to say too invested, but like, it's just weird,
Yes, but I'm not going to say I understand or I condone, but those are his ops that are doing that. So who knows how many people that he's taken away from them. I'm talking about just the regular Reddit person who's just behind their phone and they're making videos and things like that. You guys don't even know any of these people, and like, you're going to the depths of hell with your jokes.
Yeah, because I feel like for a lot of people that aren't in that life, these moments are a way where you can feel included. You can get in on the joke, so to speak, or you can say something that other people are going to agree with without ever having done anything in the streets.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, man, it's kind of bad. And I think we kind of like gamified, I guess, like rivalries or like hood beefs, but it's like a sport now. It's just like, we got this body, they got this body, this is that, we're sliding this, and it's just like, and the music as well kind of contributes to it. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna be real, like I don't live that life, so I can't really speak to why individuals choose to I guess, express or communicate that in
But
that manner.
it's also mans who aren't living that life who are on these.
I was
you know
just
what I mean?
about to say.
But I was gonna say that you say, oh, they don't know them. A lot of these people on these computer screens, like they have parasocial relationships.
Yes.
with these guys. So like they feel like, oh, that's actually my op, and it's like, dude, no, like that's just a rapper. Like he has actual ops. Like if he sees you on road, he's not running from you. He's running from his actual.
He's gonna
ops,
walk
you know?
right past you.
You know?
Yeah, but do you remember that? Who was that one like European fan of Top 5 who was like so pro Top 5 that Top 5's ops became his ops? So I feel like a lot of it comes from like either intense fandom, where it's like if I'm a fan of XYZ drill artist, I hate ABC. And you know what I'm saying?
And
like
you're willing to catch a body for them.
you're acting like you would because you're like, no, I'm team this guy. So like F the ops, F the other side, whatever. And it's just like, I don't know. It's a way where if you're not in that life, you can feel like a part of it for a little bit. It's almost like a fantasy.
No, naturally, you're right with that. Also, it's because what you just mentioned right there is hella parasocial, bro.
It is.
That person doesn't know you, fam. Like you're riding out, and like he's not gonna know you. That you rode out for him, fam. You got to send him the video, and he's gonna be like, "Thanks."
And like, how do you not expect retaliation after doing that? Because like, yo, even the pissing thing, bro. Like I thought only like white boys did that ish.
But
you know what
wasn't
I'm saying?
I want to kind of briefly read through it, but wasn't it something like you said, it was a hired hit in the sense of like he was working for some, I guess
he was part of a gang, the Brothers Keepers, which is
yeah, exactly,
and
then
BC.
Their rival gang was the ones that
called the hit
type thing.
Possibly, but he had so much different things going on, and like he taunted so many people online as well. I just want to put that into context because like he used to go crazy anytime somebody passed away. So I'm not gonna say I condone it, but I maybe can see some of why his ops might be going so hard.
Yeah.
But I can't see why just the average kid that's living in wherever friggin' Newmarket sitting behind their keyboard is banging in the paint for like, yo, he's new pack alert. And I'm like, fam, you don't know any of these people.
But I have a question, like, because a lot of these people with ops, like, they do make a lot of money. They are like somewhat successful. They might even have more money than a lot of these 9-to-5 people, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like having ops in a way is motivational? Because they say that like you should have an enemy, like these like powerful people, they have like rivals. They have people that like, okay, I'm competing against this guy, so I gotta go harder because my ops are, you know? So do you feel like there is a benefit to having some sort of like enemy figure in your life?
It depends on what you're doing. Like, I feel like if you're just a street man, then you're just fucking up the bread. You know what I'm saying?
And
but
risking
like
your life.
Yeah, but like if you're in entertainment and you got like a nemesis that you guys can make content on each other, like, cool. That's entertainment.
But I feel like no matter what you do, as soon as you see some sort of success, you will naturally develop ops.
Facts.
Like, even in business and stuff, like a lot of these multi-billion-dollar corporations be ops with these other, and then they be sending like spies to infiltrate.
Literally.
You know what I mean? And like, if this CEO passes away, then we'll be able to surpass this and stuff. So
corporate takeovers.
All them things,
and
you know?
Even the corporate world, they be sending like street level shots at their ops. Like you wouldn't even know that it was like a hit called by some guy up in Pepsi or something. And it's just like, so they get
mysterious
down like that too. Like, and it's all of a sudden there's like some buyout right after. So I think competition drives us as humans. And I think the best thing you can do is just compete with yourself. Like, I think it was Alexander the Great or someone said like, I met the enemy and it is I or something. Like who's the worst version of yourself should be your enemy, and you should just be competing with yourself every day. Because once you have external ops, bro, like you do risk death, you know? Like
I met the enemy.
And I knew that was going to be the title.
Oh, man. I hope that's... Yo, make sure that's the actual quote, because I might have paraphrased it.
I'm going to have to chat gypsy that one right there.
Yeah, chat gyp to that still. Be like, who said this? And then...
Oh, man. They'll be like, that quote never existed. I think we can bring on our guest here. Let me see if I can get some music first. Hold on.
Can I suggest a song?
Yes.
Bobby Worth It? That's my favorite track by this artist.
Here we go. Let's run some music and bring our guest on. I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer! Let's get it popping, man. Let's get it popping. We got back in the building our special guest of the evening. He is a legend in this hip hop game. We've had him on the We Love Hip Hop platform or the We Love Hip Hop podcast a few different times, and every single time that he pulls up, he always has something more interesting going on than the last time. Like I said, hip hop legend, writer, I would say producer, doer of amazing live shows. We have the return of Blacka Da Don in the motherfucking building.
Shout out Friday, all the man, and thank you guys for having me.
Yo, welcome back, bro.
Appreciate it. Still.
Yo, fam.
Appreciate it.
Just off top, and I know you've been doing a bunch of different interviews and stuff like that, so we're probably going to ask you some of the same questions, but I don't give a fuck.
Correct.
The show that you did the other day,
yes,
okay, crazy show, but the choreography that you were doing on the stage, how long did it take you guys to like get that routine from the inception of doing the routine to like getting it perfect before you guys hit the stage? How long was that?
It wasn't long at all because it's from the video shoots like Honda, Bobby Worth It, Get Money, Money Walk. Those are, like if you go watch the videos, it's the same dancers, dances. So maybe just the timing. The song goes in this place, but like the actual moves, like that shit's like it's in us. You go watch the video. We actually were waiting on that. You know, it's like every time we shoot a video, we're like, we can't wait to perform.
To bring it to life.
We were waiting on that. Like, shout out Tabby Rockstar.
Are you involved in the choreography, or do you kind of delegate it to someone? Or are you like, I want it to look like this?
Yeah, I make a lot of those dances, like, to be honest. Tabby would tell you that too. But Tabby Rockstar is one of the best choreographers, like, in Canadian history. He did, like, Give Me the Light, Sean Paul. Like, really, like, a lot. He tours with Mr. Vegas right now. He does the choreography for Mr. Vegas. But he was Mad Skills lead choreographers. You remember Mad Skills, No Sweat back in the day. So he's one of the best dancers in Canadian history. But he'll tell you I definitely bring a lot of the dances to the table.
Were you from that generation where like Automatum were in dance crews and stuff?
Of course, yeah. I used to follow No Sweat. My cousin D-Mac, he was part of No Sweat. I know a lot of the guys that were part of No Sweat, like R.I.P. Tall Up from Regent.
R.I.P.
A lot of and they would always lose to Mad Skills, which was Tabby, but I didn't know Tabby those days. We just used to, and Roach B, shout out Roach. Roach B music too. He does music too, Roach. These are the guys that were like the group that won it all the time. You were just like, oh, of course they're gonna win. And then like later in life, Tabby are like, I was in the studio with Tabby last night. For like
Mad Skills was like the top shit back.
No, you're not fucking with Mad Skills.
And like yo, man used to try to audition to be a part of their crew and shit, bro.
Yeah, but all of them were big too. So like, shout out Golde London too. Golde London was Baddest Brats, I believe, right? Am I wrong?
Oh yeah, bro.
No, I'm right. I'm not tripping. What the fuck? I'm right.
She was a part of Baddest Brats?
Yeah, of course.
Yo, you're bringing back.
This is before my time over here in Toronto.
Comment gang, if I'm wrong, let me know. But I'm pretty sure I wouldn't say it on wax.
You bring it back.
I don't think I would say it on wax like that if I was wrong. I'm pretty sure.
So
and in her videos, she has them too in her videos, certain videos.
Yeah,
I want to say maybe like
this is dancehall, talent show days.
Yeah, like maybe like 20 years ago, 15
2000,
years ago.
2001, 2000.
Okay, even further.
Sorry, no, like this is like it's like 2001, 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I graduated in 04. So this is before that.
And Golde London was in a crew. Do we
Baddest
have a
Brats.
Golde London topic today?
Yeah.
We do.
He's a
Full
legend.
circle.
Baddest Brats, yeah.
Yeah. The live show itself.
Yeah, later.
Because you
respect.
are one of the only people who I've seen actually take the risk of putting together a live show. We do a lot of complaining about like, yo, there's not enough live shows going on in Toronto. And the only time I've seen a multitude of artists that are from different hoods and is on a Blacka show. Like, I see them on other shows. Don't get it twisted. But I mean, like, man that are on a certain level.
Yeah.
It's on your shows. Why?
Yeah.
Why is it that you feel like even the responsibility to do that, fam? Because you don't got to do it.
Yeah. It's a good question, actually. You caught me there. Man, I used to go to a lot of people's shows too. I used to pull up to a lot of Tory Lane shows, Jazz Cartier. I remember one show I went to at the Phoenix Concert Theater. It was like Killy and like the Puffy L's and all of them opening. Like I used to go show support at all these things, you know, and like hope to get on the stage one day. But you know, you end up trying to figure it out and like, you know, get in touch with the promoters and the club owners and the venue owners and just kind of figure out how to do it yourself. Kind of stop waiting for like some promoter to come and book you. And then you don't want to make it about yourself, right? So I have a lot of artists I mess with. I have a lot of features. So of course, when it's showtime, you want to bring out people that are from the city that understand, you know, the no-fly zone and like the respect that we all would have as artists in the morning when we wake up and nothing happened, like drama-wise. It's like a lot of artists get that, you know? So, you know, I'd like to invite those guys out all the time. And I think there should be more of that for sure.
Yeah, and it helps to build a reputation also because it's like, well, you know, anytime I've been doing shows, it's been no problem. So it's a proof of concept. People will let you do another show or let you rent out their venue. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it.
We did at the A.W.O.L, we did downstairs. So that's the Starlight room. That only holds 253 people. We had 257, so we were 4 people over capacity. But upstairs is where they do, that's the real A.W.O.L. That's 440 people. They do Juno after parties there. Like, you know, when you watch the BET Awards and they have people performing outside before the BET Awards start, people will be performing upstairs at the A.W.O.L before the Junos go live. That's one of the venues that the Junos use, but that's upstairs. But like you were saying, now we're able to do upstairs.
And fam,
the owner is like, when do you want the date?
You guys used Lee's Palace, the one that I went to a few years ago.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we sold.
And that place was
almost sold out. Lee's Palace. We almost sold out Lee's Palace. Yeah. I wouldn't say fully sold out, but because we closed upstairs. So shout out like Northside Benji. He was open upstairs and he did it 2 days in a row. That was amazing. Yeah.
What do you think is the key to ensuring that you have like a safe rap show in Toronto without any sort of polys? Like, is it increased security? Is it the way you market it? Is it making sure that certain people aren't there, certain people are there? Like, how do you ensure that it's always safe?
It's just the conversations that are had before the show. Respect, Freddie. It's the conversations that are had before the show. You know, like it's like, okay, you're gonna roll with your niggas. Okay, no problem. Niggas understand. Okay, those guys are showing up. Okay, cool. And everybody says like, yeah, we're coming. We'll do the show. And we'll take off after, or we'll hang out, whatever it may be. But some guys will want to take off because then they want to hang out to build any kind of tension if other people are in the building. But these conversations need to be had, and they are had, and that's how the shows happen when I have other artists in the building.
No, that's dope. That's dope. Can you talk to us about the live streams? Because I was watching when you were creating the album. You started the chat pack. I'm seeing you in the studio and you're cooking up, and then you're talking to the chat. Take us through that process right there, because I think you're the only one out of the artists out in the city who have done that.
Yeah, but I learned it from Tori. I was watching. Tori has like YouTube little videos he would post when he posts his phone up in the studio, and then he would go live on either Twitch or Kick, and also Instagram, and then he would just like go off the top, and people would like producers would join the live and send him beats. So I was studying that like last year sometime, and then at the top, like the year before last year, we're in a whole other year now. So like at the top of last year is when I wanted to put it into gear. So we were live on Twitch, Kick, TikTok, and Instagram all at the same time. We use a program called Restream, and then you take the keychain from all of those, and you put the keychain in, and then when you hit start, you're live on everything.
No. I know me about some Restream, man.
Yeah. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, man. And did you notice like a difference in the reception from doing this more interactive way of promoting than like previous projects?
Definitely, yeah, because I would come to the studio, I'd follow to the studio, pause, and producers would play the beats, and the fans would choose the beats. So they'd put fire signs and be like, okay, this is the hardest beat so far. And I would go in there, and as I'm going, then they would comment what the song should be called as they're listening to what I'm saying. So it became really interactive, but it was small. Like I would have like 5 people on live, then 10. I think the most is like 15. But these are like people that are like really invested in like each song. Like every time they join the live, they're like, okay, that one's out the way. We did 3. We're on song 4 now.
Yeah.
Really invested in it.
Yeah, they felt like a part of the process.
Yeah, but it wasn't a lot of people. Like it's still small. Like I probably only have like 70 followers on Kick or some shit like that, and then like 50 on Twitch. You know, so like we would go live on Instagram first and tell people, because that's where most followers are.
Yeah,
tell people to come over, and because we had the switchboard too, so we had 3 different cameras. So when I'm in the booth, there's a camera. When I'm in the lounge, there's a camera. When I'm in the studio with Sonny, there's a camera. So brown guys switching on the board when I walk around, but you don't get to experience that if you're only watching on Instagram or TikTok.
That's sick.
So we're telling TikTok and Instagram, come over to Kick and Twitch so you could see the camera switches in the full quality.
Yeah. No, we got to help in that process and try to build those numbers for you, man. There's something that we spoke about in previous interviews, but I think I want to bring it up now because it's been years. A lot of people don't know that you've been sampled on a Drake record.
Ready for the road.
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
Roll ready, ready for the road.
Did you guys know this?
No, which record?
Which record?
Freaking, it was a record that was on the More Life album.
With 2 birds, 1 stone.
2 birds, 1
Yeah.
stone. Yes.
Yeah.
They took a sample from one of your records, like your voice sample.
Yeah,
and put it in the
unreleased record that I had that 40 like my cadence, like my voice. He just like turned my voice into like one of those symphony sounds you hear in a beat.
Yeah.
Like a Alvin and the Chipmunk kind of sound. Like that was my melody. And it's like you can't really tell. But yeah.
Wasn't that a Kid Cudi diss track?
Was it?
Yeah. No, I swear, like,
I'm not sure.
he got a Kid Cudi, but he mentioned like his mental illness or whatever. So then he got a little bit of backlash for it. So it was like, all right,
remember
whatever. Fuck that Kid Cudi nigga, but don't worry about it.
He did get that Kid Cudi. But even
Drake spazzed. I just know he spazzed on 2 birds once.
He went
crazy. The records when he raps like 5 minutes on the app.
Yeah, it was one of those, it could have been a timestamp type record. But like even like just to have that happen, right? It's not just obviously them finding a good record. There's a connection there. Can you tell us about the connection between you and OVO and the 40 entry and everything?
Shout out 40, yeah.
Salute.
Call 40 Unks, very close, definitely, yeah. That's when I used to record in the studio a lot. And you would listen to the records and be like, okay, these ones, do this, change this around. Taught me a lot of song orchestration, like placement. Like I used to have records and then you'd listen to it and be like, it's not orchestrated right. That would drive me crazy. What are you talking about? You teach me. Like I remember one time you put on Harley, actually, shout out Harley, you put on Chainsmokers. Now, baby, hold me closer in the backseat of your, and put on 5 more songs with that exact same. Like it's just a simple,
the syncopation like that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're saying, but that's a melody. But it's the 4 bar and then like the bridge and etc. Just the orchestration of the records. Yeah, it's a hit. It's always orchestrated like that.
Yeah,
it's like those are the kind of things I would learn back then. Those times,
Yeah, and like there was like a lot of you guys that were recording in the studio at that time. From tell us about those times, because a lot of people don't know about that, fam. That like you're tied in from time, G.
Yeah, there was a lot of music being recorded in the studio those times. So my uncle was alive too, Pay Illy.
R.I.P.
Yeah, so those are like fun times in the studio. Got a lot of artists was recording in the studio those times.
Yeah, that's like he brought in Pyrex and Mula and all of those guys. Yeah. There's like a whole lore over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just try to bring some Toronto lore back over to the forefront, because a lot of people forget about these things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so being sampled on a Drake track, how does that work clearance wise? Like, is there paperwork involved? Is there like crediting or like?
Yeah, that stuff I can't speak about. But it was a dope moment though. It was a dope moment.
Was it just a dope moment, or was there bread involved?
It was a very dull moment.
Okay.
Those things I can't speak about. Yeah. Those things I can't speak about, Shout out my nigga 40, man.
No,
40.
Salute.
For sure.
Well, I do have one question even based on that, because the battle, I'm going to bring up the battle, right? Which was like 2 years ago now almost, right? But during that time, not that many Toronto rappers jumped out the woodworks to be like, yo, we're fending for Toronto, we're fending for Canada. Where like on the other side, like they had a whole pop out. They got guys like Ray Vaughn that I discovered and all these different people that were ready to rap from like the camp and from LA. Why do you think that Toronto didn't defend Drake as much as LA was defending Kendrick at the time?
No, we definitely were defending. Come on, it's the boy. What are we talking about? We go to war.
Ain't nobody
You know.
dropped no tracks.
One two
I
man
don't think
did.
them niggas drop no tracks either. What you talking about? I'm not talking about the main artists. We're talking about like you said, the Popo, etc. You know. I
Yeah.
don't want to get too much into it, but like it wasn't like Toronto definitely would have made some noise. if
But
that
I
was
do agree with Friday when he was like the LA mans are making their presence known and felt, seen, heard.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of felt like it was crickets from the Toronto rappers. You know what I mean?
I think YG was the only one that did like a record that was like a
He was
response.
the only one.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Why
I
do you
do know
think-
that 2026 is a Toronto year, though. I know that.
Why do you say that?
Because the boys in a drop. A lot of artists are dropping. A lot of artists are spreading out. Just outside of Canada, making a noise for the city itself. You know, and that stuff matters. You know what I'm saying? Like when that is how we all go to war as an entity, as Toronto. You know what I'm saying?
When you go to places like LA, what do they think about the Toronto underground scene, or what do they know about it?
A lot. There's a lot of Toronto people out there.
Hmm.
We have a lot of the dopest songwriters. We have a lot of the dopest producers, and they're out there. And one thing about Toronto is like the songwriters and the producers. They're very multi-talented. They're very they can go into like different genres. And in the States, a lot of artists are not like that. Like the big dogs are, but like the biggest artist is from here. So you have to understand like the art. That's who we look up to. So a lot of us are very versatile. Producers are very versatile. Songwriters are very versatile. So when we go into America, they respect the artistry because we're wide range.
And a lot of them are just one dimensional.
Especially certain states, like they stick to that sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm talking about? So it's like you're not gonna hear some of them records in China on the radio, like you're gonna hear Drake. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I think it ends there, and that's what we look up to. So like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, a lot of niggas are very versatile here. The Weeknd is major. Tory's major. Like these guys are very versatile.
I wonder what makes us versatile. Do you think it's the multiculturalism, or do you think it's just like?
Of course, yeah, all of that, all of that, definitely. Because each artist I just named has records where they have like some street shit where we're like, that's hard. Like when The Weeknd, you know me. Like, you know, he's like on some street shit that, you know me, you know me. Like he's singing, but the man, them are all in the video throwing ups. And like, then he has the dancehall ones, the boy, the same thing. Tory, I ain't got to talk about. So it's like, you know, that's us as a whole.
Yeah.
And all the artists under. Like we're all very versatile. And I think this year is going to be very big for the city. And I think that's how you go to war. The boy don't plays chess, you know? He's the greatest artist for a reason. He plays chess. It's not really. And I think a lot of artists play chess here too. So it's like we're just playing. Toronto's playing chess, and that's what it's about.
You know, it kind of brings something up because we've been talking about how Toronto artists, or Toronto is not known as far as our artists for like the art, the rah-rah, you know what I'm saying? The hood aspects, right? So is it a better idea to like not push the hood factor when it comes to being an artist and trying to get out of Toronto?
No, you be yourself. I wouldn't say that because there is like hood artists. Like I don't want to get into like naming everybody, but no, some niggas is like, you know, can't step on their gangster and they're very good artists too.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean, like they're not street, and it doesn't mean they're not actually progressing and to the horizon and like to the world, you know. Not to name certain artists, but you know, trust me, it's I don't think you need to push yourself a certain way to like, because your story matters.
Yeah, but look at the examples of who've gotten mega successful. They're not on the earth thing. Yeah, they might have come from certain circumstances or certain areas, but like
at which point of their career though? Like, you know, in some artists when they're coming up, it's like your story matters. So you gotta, you know, and then when you get to a certain point, you see there's money involved, and you could be doing shows and tours and selling merch and shaking hands, and you know what I'm saying? Okay, it's a business now, and okay, that's when you gotta like tweak
But I
the
don't
frequency a bit.
I don't think any major artist from Toronto was ever on like Friday said on an earth thing. Because Drake wasn't pushing that when he was trying to make it. Tory Lanez, he didn't cross over until he started singing. You know what I mean? Like
Cardinal.
Like The Weeknd was singing about, I guess the most illegal thing was like drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah, that
mean?
was
And
very
like
disrespectful.
running trains.
Not to cut you off, but that was, you said his name. That was so disrespectful. We had like a whole segment about fucking Drizzy, shout out Drizzy, The Weeknd. Who else did we say? Tory, the Cardinal.
Cardinal.
Stop
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
Like so versatile. Dangerous. Like Bacardi slang when he first let you know what you say you don't know. When you hear no, he's saying, he's telling you what it is, and then it's the word. And that was like from our parents' age when that song came out. And then he has Dangerous. And like, you know, he has the pop records and he has dancehall records. You know, he's a yachty.
And he can rap.
That's Toronto.
Yeah.
And I
That's
also-
dangerous in America, you know. That's why like the artists we're talking about, they just
go
don't
further.
make a 1-2 like because
They
they're
stay up there.
versatile. Yeah, Toronto.
But I was just thinking, like, when you said like your story matters, I agree. But then I'm thinking like in pop, right? Like, for example, Shawn Mendes' story. Like, do we like, I feel like it's not as important because his music is just so like global, or like Tate McRae. Justin Bieber kind of has a story because like he came on the YouTube era, so, and then like he got discovered by Usher, so there is a bit of a story, but I feel like there's an expectation in hip hop where it's like we need to know exactly where you came from, whereas with pop it's like as long as the music's good and you have the image, like we don't really care about your story.
You're good to go. Yeah.
And now, to be honest, like in today's day and age, people's attention span is so short, so they tack on to like the mystique or the super street artist or whatever it may be. So it's like you don't need a specific niche to be able to take off. You just gotta like, if the music is good. Sometimes your character too. You don't even like. It's not even about the music. Some people just like the character. Some people like some people's character.
You
That
just
stuff
build the
wasn't
audience.
important back then. It's like it was actually about. Well, yeah, it was about the music, but I think the labels really sold on the story. It's like, okay, this guy like Snoop Dogg with the murder, this, that. It was like labels were really sold on the story back then.
Yeah.
I think
Not
now,
only the story, the image.
yeah, SoundCloud too changed it, right? Artists like posting their music, blew up, etc.
Yeah.
So it's very mystique now. It's like there's a lot of people. There's AR artists that are like on Billboard and shit. They're not even real people.
Insane.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a nasty thing.
different.
Have you found a way to utilize or leverage AI, or do you feel like you're gonna stay away from that?
No, I haven't found a way to utilize it. But I know I'm not gonna stay away from it because if you know, I feel like if you look at it like it's, you know, coming to take your job kind of thing and don't find a way to utilize it, then it's gonna run you over, just like the internet did when everybody was on CDs and before streaming and etc. like that. Like I feel right now it's very important, like direct to consumer. So like Chatback, I have Chatback 2 coming later in the year. Chatback 2 DTC, it's direct to consumer. It'll be on my website.
Sheesh.
The box, so it's gonna be a new shirt. When I sold that box was $80, and it came with a shirt inside and also a little for your bedtime. But it was in like a little regular little black bag. It wasn't in the pretty Chatback bag. So they're gonna come with a better looking box. You're gonna get one of those and a new shirt, and you get 10 records, but you have to buy it straight from my website.
Oh, that's sick.
And I feel
What's for your bedtime?
for your the love.
Oh, comes aloud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put you right to sleep, brother.
Okay.
And
you didn't
it's
know
technically
that? You guys didn't know that?
and
I thought it was just the shirt.
That's why I
Like,
sold
what a-
75 shirts. 3 different. This is version 1, and then I think I have version 2 here, and I don't know if I have version 3. I don't know which versions I brought you guys. Just gotta check the boxes, but
So you found a way to kind of like combine everything, and it's like an album sale in a way, or like multiple
100%.
album sales.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about this multiple times where it's like it's hard to imagine these new like record sales numbers because they're not selling physical units. It's like a combination of like streams and this, that, download. So now it's like concrete. I rate that.
I feel
You
like
made your own bundle packages.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like, you know, I don't even know how to explain it. It happened all so fast, like the whole streaming thing, and like the streaming wasn't important, like the numbers. It was the people, and I was actually like people were actually like like I was talking with people, like a lot of people.
Mm.
And when I saw this was the first shirt, I only made 25 of them. So we didn't have version 2 or 3. But when I put out the first shirt, they went right away.
Nice.
Mhm.
So 25 people, and I was like, yo, there's no more. There was on so 25 shirts. It was like 4 small, 5, like, you know.
Yeah.
So like when people are hitting me for their size, I'm like, I have to make another shirt. I'm like, should I come with the same style? And then we came with a version 2, and then I definitely had the version 3, and we put a little commercial together with the 3 shirts, and then we added the little package in there on like by the second version, and then that was the cool part.
So when you're connecting with your fans and you're communicating with them, how do you maintain your mystique as a rapper when they have some level of accessibility towards
I don't. And I think that's what. So basically, when you buy a shirt, the shirt was a ticket to the show, but we didn't have a venue. We were just, it was kind of crazy. We were saying we're doing something in the fall,
Yeah.
but we didn't know where the something was going to be. We were first going to do that Yes Electric, and then we're like, no, let's get like a real venue because the shirts are selling out and the people that are buying the shirts. So we're like, okay, we're on like 50 shirts now, and then we're going to print another 25, that's 75 shirts. And that's just the shirt holders. So it's like Friday's going to show up, you guys are going to show up. It's like all of the publications, family, friends, and then actual fans, artists, their people. So I'm like, I think we need like a venue to do this. I only released 2 songs last year. I did the one Black Truck with Snoopy, and then I did the one with Paris and Taylor. And then I did the show.
But you also have like an extensive catalog. You know what I'm saying?
But like when the show was pretty cool. So like to see that and like the people singing certain songs, like that was dope.
Yeah.
But so when you buy a shirt, it was a ticket to the show. But a lot of people that bought shirts didn't come to the show. That's what trips me out for the next show. A lot of people are like, oh, I didn't know it was going to be that crazy.
Yeah,
I had to do this. I'm so sorry I missed it. Because they bought a shirt, so they could have came for free, right? So, and the people that did buy shirts, all they did is hit the jacket down, you showed us a video shirt, and you go to the venue.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's such a smart way to like bundle it, bro.
Yeah.
That's sick. Other artists should take note, bro.
No,
that's free game right there.
That's W marketing.
That's the old idea. The new one, the Chatback 2 DTC is going to be crazier because I'm not going to streaming services. I'm not doing streaming services. So to get the track, and have some big features on there too.
So it's like exclusive. It's kind of like a Nipsey Hussle sort of approach.
Direct to consumer.
But it's like limited.
I
but
feel
it's
like that's where the game is going right now, you know?
Yeah. No,
like,
you're right. And you know, at the same time, when you're dealing with direct to consumer, people are able to say, I own this.
Yeah.
Right? We're getting into this age, and I was been watching maybe too many YouTube videos where it's like this digital streaming era, we don't own shit. So if like somebody decides to change like their album or take a song gets taken off because of sample clearance or whatever, your album that you were streaming a month ago is not the same anymore. Where back in my day, the CD that I got ain't gonna change, fam.
Yeah, so like right now, if you were to like you could make a tape and get AI verses from all of your favorite artists and sell it on a website. And nobody can come for you because it's direct to consumer. It's if you were to put that on a CD and to sell it to somebody, nobody can come for you.
Really?
Of course. Friday will explain. Like, for sure.
Well, it's
that you don't need to clear any beat. You don't need to clear any verse. You don't need to clear. It's like back in the day. So back in the day, okay, I'm explaining back. I'm not saying now. Maybe now there's some more technical stuff.
There's a lot more
But back in the day, people would go to the flea market, myself, and get beats, like a lot of the Lil Wayne beats. And he's hopping on other people's beats, and then he puts it on another CD, and then people are selling those CDs. The digital streaming service have deals with the labels, and the artists that are signed to the labels, that's where the clearance and the copyright comes into play.
Yeah, but what you're talking about back in the day,
what
isn't
I'm
that
saying?
why...
So if it's not on distribution streaming services, then you don't have to deal with any of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like private. Well, it's like I just did it myself.
You can go make a tape right now and hop on a bunch of beats that are all hot beats, like
but if you're selling it, they can come for you
and literally make a link and put it on your website and sell it for $5.
Now, once you start selling it though, they could come for you. If it gets to a point, like if you're selling 100,
Now probably, yeah. Because I'm still speaking back in the day. So I'm saying now.
Even back in the day.
You might be correct though.
I feel like that's why DJ Drama and all those mans got raided because
because that's when that started to come to play. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
the rules and the laws and stuff.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That.
I do hear
But
what you're
speaking
saying.
from back in the day. Right now, you definitely probably couldn't do that.
Yeah. And you definitely can't do it now, but I do hear what you're saying where like we're not able to just jump on whatever beats anymore and just be like, yo, okay, there's a hot song out. Let me make my own version. And people rock with that. Because there's so much clearance now, we can't put it on any streaming platform.
Even like, what about like Instagram?
Fridays, right?
What if you did like a freestyle on like a beat, like a popular
no, you could put
beat?
it on Instagram. You could put it on Instagram, YouTube, and SoundCloud, no matter what.
Oh, I feel like YouTube might get copyright, but Instagram maybe.
No, YouTube,
as long as you're not
upload whatever you
monetizing
want.
it.
Oh,
It's
if
not
anything, they'll
monetized.
just
Yes,
restrict the monetization.
Yeah.
No, as soon as you upload it, they'll let you know
Yeah.
that this beat is et
Owned
cetera,
by
et cetera.
Warner or whatever.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, but then that sucks, fam. Like, we should still be able to monetize because like 50
Nah.
remade some real hot songs. And Wayne
I used to
too.
love when they would hop on the fresh
So
beats.
all
Like
that
this is a
stuff
hit
we
song.
were talking about when I'm like, you can like hop on someone's beat and sell it for $5. Like that was like back in the day.
Yeah, early
like
2000s.
Now it's like you definitely can't do that kind of stuff. There's so many technicalities in place, copyright,
But
clearances, samples, etc.
I do understand, like, if you just hop on my beat, like, this is my whole instrumental, you didn't really change it, like, you can't just go and monetize off it, you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
100%, yeah, and that's how they keep the dollar tight in today's day.
Exactly.
Of course,
Yeah.
But
I got another question actually just kind of getting away from not the music, but for you as somebody who comes from what they call like a name brand block, because like you're from Pelham, right?
Correct.
How, as somebody from Pelham, have you been able to stay out of the polys? I want to give a shout out to Kensington Market Dispensary located at 25 Kensington Avenue in Kensington Market. They have over 25 different strains to choose from with a smelling station for you to check out before your purchase. They got gas as low as $5 grams and 1050p's. They got real edibles, hot grabber, exclusive backwood flavors, concentrates, and wholesales available as well. You can contact them on Instagram at Kensington_Market Dispensary, or you can find them on Snapchat, Kensington Market Dispo.
my neighborhood ain't no poly like that. To be honest, like we don't really, it's not really, yeah.
Next question Friday.
So like, no, because
I'm joking.
at the same time, sometimes you never got tentative to say, you know what? Let me see if I can just turn up online and that's just gonna make my freaking followers go up crazy and people will be checking double time for my next YouTube video because I'm like posted all over like
100%.
every blog and shit,
Yeah.
you know? Blacka got beef with such and such.
Yeah, I see how it works. Don't get me wrong. I pay attention, like,
Shit is tantalizing.
And I'll be like, I got some dope shit, like, I gotta. But no, that's not the way. One of the coming to realizations was the show too. It's like, I only put out 2 songs last year, so it's like, that's like if any artist is watching this, it's like you said, obviously I'm from the ends, but you gotta carry yourself a certain way, and there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel if you do that. It's like when I came from backstage and Johnny was like, yo, the clicker says 190, and that was 45 minutes before I performed. So we were like, we can't make 190 people just wait. Like MC Crazy Chris is playing all the fucking songs possible. I'm like, I think we should perform 20 minutes earlier than we said. And then by the end of the night, they said the clicker was 257. So it's like, I didn't have to do a lot of that. Only like,
Yeah, and if you took that tantalizing route, like, yo, I could turn up on the gram. You ain't doing none of those shows, bro. Lee's Palace, Elma Combo, when you go over to them and say, yo, I'm trying to organize a Blacka Da Don show, they're going to say, hell fucking no. Get out of here with your thuggy ass.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know what I'm saying? I think you're doing the right thing, brother.
But not not to discourage, like, we don't want to discourage other artists. I think people need to like really try to do these things because there's ways to do the shows. Like a secret way I could tell people too is like, you see the dance hall shows, how they don't put the address until like the day of or So it's like you can create your
That's
community.
not stopping nothing.
Yeah, it is. I seen, and I don't like the
That's like
name
waiting
drop.
on Christmas. It's like they're about to drop the Addy any moment now. It's like waiting on the lottery, bro. But I do see what you mean. There are ways to circumvent.
There's a ways.
You
You
know?
don't have to do you don't have to do the Lee's Palace and the El Mocambo.
Mm.
You can start like or the Drake Hotel. The Drake Hotel is like 150, but you can do less and small and private, and then get that on publications and show people that you had like a small crowd.
Yeah.
And promoters will want to take you on outside the city if you can't do something again in the city. And if you have to do something again in the city, do another private one, and it keeps growing. The people that are always watching, which is the law, they see like, yo, this guy keeps doing these private events, it's peaceful, etc.
Mm-hmm.
You got to try, Lee's Palace, I was nervous. Like, what do you mean? Like, but we tried, like we did it,
Made it happen.
Yeah. So it's like, you gotta try. I think we just gotta try.
In terms of demographics, like what does a typical Blacka Da Don concert look like in terms of like the demographic distribution?
As it like
women,
the
men, like white, black, Asian, like if it's mixed or whatever, like what percentage would you say? Like how would you describe the demographic distribution?
That's the next thing too. Like, well, I can't remember like Lee's Palace. You were there, so maybe like you can more remember the crowd than I can. But this show that just passed, it was like 70-30.
70-30 Mandem?
Yeah, there was a lot of girls.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of girls. There was a lot of Mandem, and that's like to pull a lot of Mandem out. Like I had a lot of real niggas from different blocks that came to stand in the crowd and show support. Niggas in their ski masks and boom, 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 beard eye. Like you see, when you do a show out of town, it's like jumping up and down and screaming.
Right.
In Toronto, it's like boom, 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 boom. So beard eye you're hearing.
Yeah, different
Enough for the
energy.
dog them in the crowd. Like, yeah. So, but that's just in Toronto.
Okay.
Outside of the city, it's different. Yeah.
That's where you see more of the white girls and stuff popping up.
Yeah, and the white boys are at the front going create mosh pits and stuff like that.
Jeez.
But some artists like in the city hold those kind of crowds. Don't get it twisted,
Because some people from
trying to
OT
work my
will
way into
come.
those.
Some people from OT will travel to Toronto if they really rock with you. Like,
some fans took a flight. I had fans came from Blue Mountain.
Nice.
What?
Yeah, I'll show you guys messages. I have fans.
Damn.
100%.
That's respectable. A man took a flight to see you perform, bro.
Yeah.
Blue Mountain's crazy.
He rocks with you heavy.
A man took a flight to see you perform. That's kind of fun.
I mean,
no, just the wording. I'm not saying like the
to
act.
perform music.
I gotta find it. You know what? I gotta
What do you
find
think I meant when I said perform?
I'm Yanni, you know what I mean? Like,
Jason Love or something. Perform.
I'm gonna find it. Don't worry. Yeah, next question though. Keep it going.
Okay,
I'm gonna find it.
I got one more question for you before we get to like our other news stories that we have on our list. That we got Blacka Da Don in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you're here because we got some other news stories we want to get into. But before that, as somebody who's been in the game for a while now, right? How do you stay motivated? Because the game's gone up and down. The city is the buzz of the city has gone up and down. How do you stay motivated all through all that?
I just don't pay attention to that. It's just kind of do my own thing. Traveling is important, especially like I don't travel to like all-inclusive destinations to have a great time. I go to like LA a lot, see other artists, how they move, what it could be like if you really take it serious, etc. I want to get down to Atlanta, New York. I'm into New York too. Same thing. Like all of the publications, all of the interviews. When I went and did For the Shooters, like how they had all the artists lined up. It's like it's just so much business out there. And when you go out there, if it's really what you want to do and you see it and you get inspired, when you come back home, you're like rejuvenated. You want to keep going.
Yeah,
I think that's like an important factor.
No, that's dope. That's dope.
I have a quick question because you talk about LA and business and stuff. So are you with the label? And if not, do you want to be? And do you think it's necessary where we are in the space right now, or do you think the independent route is doable from Toronto?
From Toronto, there's artists who signed deals and like made it major. So if you're saying from Toronto, then that's a different question because I think that's already answered.
But no, but I feel like 1 in a million isn't like.
But for myself is what you're saying.
Yeah, because I feel like Drake is like, we can't see his story and be like, oh yeah, I could do that. You know, that's like once in like a bajillion years. You know
even
what I mean?
underground artists like K Money or something, like those guys like have like record label associations and stuff. No,
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, they have record label association, but I'm saying, do you need a label to make it like to that superstar level? You know what I mean? Like
Well,
not
okay,
like, okay, I'm making some bread off my music. Just like,
okay, so like in my situation, for me, yes, label would make sense because I make radio records and I can perform, and so that's where the money is at.
yeah,
They capitalize off of who you are in the story and the sound, but for you to rise to the masses, you need that versatility.
yeah,
And then even if you have that versatility and you're a great performer and all of that, you need the engine, and the engine comes from the label. But then a right deal, so like a partnership,
exactly.
so like stuff like that would make sense because you definitely need the label to push to the masses. But it doesn't make no sense to sign to the label if as an artist you're not ready to be pushed to the masses.
agree to that as
You
well.
understand what I'm saying? That's like I think I said that real well.
No, it's real talk.
There's a lot of artists that are signed that are not
ready.
See what I'm saying? So like,
And they got shelved quick. You know?
Yeah. We got to bring back artist development. Straight up.
maybe not here in Toronto. Like we don't get a lot of those opportunities, but even in the States, like you see guys get signed.
It's super common in the States.
Yeah, so it's like you see guys, because they get popping off the internet wave and etc. and whatever it may be, put out that first little album, etc.
Exactly.
But like then there's true talent, But then with true talent, you can still be putting out music and it's getting overlooked.
Yeah.
No matter how great and creative your videos are, blah blah blah. Like, the engine is what puts that to the world.
Mm-hmm.
But like a perfect example to me is like the Baby. Like I used to mess with the Baby when his videos was like a bunch of guns in his videos and like, or when he called himself Baby Jesus and he was wearing a diaper. Like he tried different things and he changed himself to the Baby from Baby Jesus. And we were always a fan of his music this whole time, me, Johnny, Sheffy, etc. And then that's when he started to add the kind of shit like Money Walk.
Yeah.
But I've been doing that kind of stuff from a long time ago. But then he had the like Jabberwockies and like now his videos are like packing the mail is gone. And now, okay,
way more animated.
Right.
Yeah.
So the label was behind him. And then with that, he was able to push to the masses. And he got nominated for a Grammy, all kind of shit.
Yeah. And people are able to see those animated videos on a wide scale.
Because he's very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wide scale came from the engine.
From the engine, yeah.
He was
because you
everywhere.
do that.
He was at the Raptors.
Yeah.
Like when he was like,
Yeah. Because you do that.
Yeah.
Your music videos, they're very animated, super colorful. There's a lot going on, routines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you had like the machine behind any of those videos, out of here.
And that's just that lane. So like what separates me from a guy like the Baby, no disrespect, is I'm a lot more talented. Like, he's a great rapper.
Talking shit.
No. Like
facts.
no. He's probably
The Baby's pretty sick, bro.
He's probably a better rapper. Like, like
Okay.
Sheffy's a better rapper than me. Like, don't get it
Salute to
twisted.
Sheffy.
Oh, yeah. Like, I know who's a better rapper. But entertainment-wise, if I had the paper, we would buck. But as soon as I start to sing, he's out of there.
Yo,
That's true, you do sing.
I was
All
gonna.
right, yeah. So, come on, I'm not talking shit. But the Baby probably is a better rapper. Like, a lot of guys are better rapper than I am. Don't get me twisted.
So
but I'm a great entertainer, and I know I can sing. So that's where I get you. Don't put me in front of your girl. It's gonna be a problem.
So don't
play free songs. You're gonna be like, oh, this guy is like,
So your definition of talent is the more things you do. So like, what if someone is just
No, not the more things you do.
Okay,
It's what you're great at. Because like I said, I just recorrected myself. The Baby is a way better rapper than I am, and I shout out my bro Sheffy. I always say Sheffy.
But you said you're more talented.
No. I'm
okay.
saying that in his lane, he's a very great entertainer.
Okay.
And what helped his videos push to the masses was the label.
Was the machine, yeah.
So Friday is saying, I have the same kind of creativity videos.
Yeah.
But if we had the engine to show those videos, it'd be like, yo, this is dope too.
Yeah.
But then what I'll also be able to show the labels is the radio records.
Okay.
You
You know what I mean? Like the singing, yeah. Like, yeah.
What I was gonna say is a lot of Toronto artists, what they struggle with is like they have kind of dry personalities, or like if they're doing an interview, for example, they're maybe a little soft spoken or shy. Did you always have like a personality geared towards like being extroverted, or did you kind of get media trained as you went on?
I never been with no label. I think you can get with the label, you can get media trained.
But even like,
or if people are operating independently like the way we do.
Yeah.
But I don't like, we ain't hire no coach or anything. But I'm pretty sure people that still operate in an independent label hire media training for the artist that they sign.
Yeah.
But
it's like learn as you go. Kind of.
Like no. This is me, Johnny, Sheffy, Brown guy, Sonny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you just had practice. Yeah. Okay. I have a list of topics.
Well, I sound like I got media training?
Well, like it just like you seem like extroverted compared to like a lot of the other Toronto underground rappers, where when we hear their interviews, they're kind of like they're not well spoken, or like they're shy, or they're trying not to like say too much, and you can tell they're nervous.
I get you. Okay.
Whereas it seems like you're confident in your communication.
And I do think you do sound media trained, you know, because there are certain ways you would phrase things where it's like, okay, it's not going to offend anybody, you know what I mean? Which is like a good thing, because a lot of artists shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By just like talking too much, and then they ruin opportunities and stuff. So.
100%.
And I think also part of that comes from, and we this is, you know, we're giving you your flowers right now, right?
Yeah.
Is what we were even speaking about before. Some of the people that you've been around over the years, they've gotten to shed some knowledge on you. You gotten to see how they're moving around in rooms and the success that they've had. And it's like, all right, I'm gonna make sure I do the right things.
Definitely. Right? Yeah. Definitely. It's surrounding yourself around the right people over time. I've seen a lot of artists take off of my time still.
Yeah.
Okay.
So couple of topics here, and we tried to get some of the more, like, I guess, street oppy stuff out of the way. But there is one rap beef that I would like to bring up, and you know, you could chime in as much as you can. I don't know if you've been seeing on the timeline the 100Watts versus Golde London beef. I want to give a big salute to Grabba. Okay, some of the hottest Grabba in the GTA. You can get the Grabba in the shakers like we got over here, or you can get the Grabba leaf. Hit them up if you want delivery in the GTA. That's grabba.ca, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you. Seen?
100Watts versus everybody?
It's kind of everybody, because he still has the ongoing OTS Gates beef.
And he dropped something on
Swagger.
Swagger Right too. Oh, yeah.
He dropped 3 diss tracks in one day. They all have the same flow. I'm like, but you know those ones where like you just get into like that flow state. So he was probably just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're doing diss records, I don't mind if it's not like versatile in terms of cadence or like the beat selection.
Every track sounds exactly the same, just on different beats. It's like when you like get the acapella and then you're trying them on different instruments.
But remember, like, you know, they would make jokes about DaBaby. They'd be like, every DaBaby song be like, you know. So I guess he found his sound. He's like, yo, I'm gonna just like milk it, I guess, you know. But
down the pocket. So I don't know what to ask about this, because
remember what I was talking about earlier? What you just said?
Yeah.
That one, that's what I meant.
Yeah, so, like, you're more versatile in that sense.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna correct myself again. DaBaby is a very disrespectful rapper. It's actually probably like top 10. Don't get it twisted. But then the versatility, I hear when he gets like, because he's one of my favorite artists. So I hear when he does like the auto-tune and tries to do get those ones. Like, you know, man, like those ones, man. And I'm like, some artists like Tory and like Toronto were just very good at it. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
I heard of that.
DaBaby's a guy. Don't ever get twisted. But you just said the same thing like that a lot of people would say.
He's like one-dimensional. Like he's great at just this one.
But he did try different, and some of the records hit too. Don't ever like, they're very dope.
But it's not what we know him for.
Yeah, but that's just I said it earlier. This is the same interview. This is what's so cool is like in America, it's like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's a few guys that will stand out, but Toronto, it's like you just know, like we can do it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be a great year for the city.
Is Golde London 100Watts baby mom, or were they?
No.
They're just together.
There's a lot of mix-up that's going on when it comes to like what these guys got going on back and forth. I guess to keep it a conversation that's not oppy or whatever, is it good for the city because there's competition? Like we got people going back and forth, I guess.
Okay, I like diss tracks. And this is the only person I can think of that did this was Eminem when he would do diss tracks against women. I feel like, I don't know, there's just something about like, he honestly went in still. And she was going in on her IG stories, exposing like letters he was writing to her sister, saying like, spank me and stuff like that. Like all this weird stuff, right? So like, they were going back and forth and like he had his bars. He said what?
Her older
stinky
sister
arm
or younger sister?
I'm not sure which sister, but like he said like they would call her stinky arm or something. What they call it?
Green arms.
Green arms or something. So like I get it, but I don't know. There's just something about it like that. I don't know if it's because she's a woman and maybe it's like a double standard. It was like, I don't know. Like if it was just dissing a dude like that and it was just straight, okay, like, you know, you're just, that's your lane is diss tracks. But when it's a woman, at the same time, like equal rights, equal fights in the booth, I don't know. Like,
so is it okay for artists, like a man versus a woman? Like they have that in battle rap. It happens sometimes.
But like in music, right? Like what besides Eminem, who would go at like either these pop stars or like Mariah Carey or like his ex or whatever, like, I'm trying to think of other rappers that would make full-on diss tracks about another female rapper.
Yeah.
It's not really a common thing, right? Like,
you said something the other day about men arguing with women. And I don't remember exactly what
you're
you
not
said.
supposed to do it.
Yeah.
You can't argue with the woman.
Like, I think you're saying like you lose either way.
Yeah.
But to answer your first question, is it good for the city? If baddies are still going in, you know what I mean? If there's a platform like that where like they could both be on the platform and like they'll give their confessionals and testimonials and stuff and like what's that? Not the I Love Hip Hop or whatever. You know the
Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop or whatever.
Yeah,
if we had something like that out here, then like it would make sense, you know? But now it just looks like, oh, why is this like a hood rapper dissing this Shotty? You know what I mean? This looks weird still.
Yeah. I just think in the end of the day it's kind of limiting because, and salute to Golde London also because she's doing big things. I don't think she should engage, even with the social media aspects and stuff like that. Don't engage because, you know, even the conversation we were having with Blacka, like we're trying to build beyond this, like the Toronto atmosphere and stuff like that, the scene. And when people go back and then they look and they see all of this kind of like nasty back and forth type of shit, it kind of makes it bad for business.
Yeah, because she just had a record with all those other ladies and Cardinal Official, right? So like she was kind of riding a high. And then when I seen her IG stories and she was kind of like engaging, I don't want to say in like lower frequencies, but like you're beefing 100 watts on IG, like that's pretty like low frequency Toronto entertainment, which everyone's into, but like you were kind of on a different trajectory. You know what I'm saying? So now you're kind of bringing yourself back down to the local level when you were almost pushing national, and then 100 Watts smoked you lyrically. So now, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm looking at her different because he said green arm or whatever. Like I'm like, does she stink like that? Like it kind of removes a little aura.
No.
But you smelled her?
He's looking at her different.
Did you see the cover art with the Shrek arms and shit?
he went crazy. But listen, salute to Watts, okay? Because like I don't know what's next. Like I've spoken to him about this in the past. He doesn't want to get you don't want to get typecast as the diss rapper.
Why not though?
Because then like people are not going to check for your other music.
You're just gonna have to consistently
People are
do
really
diss
checking
tracks
for the disses.
Well, fam, that comes with a lot of problems. And it's like, fam, I would hate if I have the talent to rap, but people only want to hear me when I'm dissing somebody.
Well, he should put out records because he can rap, but I don't know if his style of rap is like equivalent to what the new generation is listening to now, but maybe the older generation will rock with his bars. Like,
how good is the Pum Pum where you have to make a diss track on Shotty, fam? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that must be because they're not together though. I feel like it's been a minute, you know, like they could, but that toxicity, I feel like is what's keeping them engaged. You know what I mean?
But that maybe this is like their way of like flirting again. But like, so that's not one of his DMs, right?
They've never been together. You're mixing up the story. You're talking about his sis. But let's get off of this. Because I feel like it's a little bit too mixy for our guest over here, Blacka
Da Don, and not say anything.
No, I don't get involved in that stuff. No.
Smart.
Can it be cut though? Can some of that be cut though? So I'm not, you know?
I mean, you didn't say nothing.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
You
You're good.
were
You're good.
playing it smart.
I mess with all the artists still.
Yeah. Speaking of our Toronto artist, I did see an announcement, and I'll pull it up on the screen over here for Sav 4 times. He's going to be performing in Rolling Loud.
Jeez.
Right, and I'll pull it up on the screen over here. Right, this is the Rolling Loud over in Orlando. It's going down May 8th to May 10th. Okay, Don Toliver on the first day. I'm trying to see if I can find his name.
Can you zoom in?
Yeah, that's super dope for Toronto to see. For sure. Oh, he's going to be a big hit.
Oh, there he's on. He's on day 1.
Okay, there's another Toronto artist on day 2, and we've mentioned him before, Sarissa.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Shaq Diesel or JB, one of them mentioned him. He makes music kind of like Two Hollis. Like I showed you his tracks. Remember, like there's a high school kid, and he makes like hyper pop kind of music. So he's performing day 2 as well.
I'm trying to see even in day 3 if there's any names that we could recognize that are from our city. You know what I'm saying? But
That's crazy though.
Yeah, that's a great look, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially like to not only the Rolling Loud, because to be honest, I don't think we're getting another Rolling Loud over here in Toronto. But to be performing in the Rolling Loud over there in Orlando, that's W Sav, yo.
It's going to be a W regardless, but do you feel like because it's not on home turf, maybe people will see him and be like, yo, who is this? Like, we've never heard this before. Do you feel like they realize that, okay, he probably has a fan base there and they'll know some of the tracks?
He might not have a fan base there, but that's what Rolling Loud is for.
Mm.
I think he'll have a few people that are in the audience that are like, yo, you know, I'm here to see Sav.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What
that's always dope. But
when Rolling
like
Loud was
as
here,
an artist, that's like the first thing you want.
Yeah.
You know, like to have some people that are like, okay, they know Wagwan.
Yeah.
Especially like Wagwan. Like when you say, you know those ones? That's how we talk. So like but when you are like Castori did this like effortlessly a lot of times, all you need is 5 minutes, bro. Like
to win them over.
Bro, all you need is 5 minutes. Like when you're a great performer, all you need is fucking 5 minutes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't care where in the world. Something I learned from Tori too, you know.
Were you involved in the Rolling Loud that was in Toronto?
Yeah, no, they didn't book me, no, but Lola Bruns bought me up. So like we made a song. Shout out Lola Buns and Femi Lawson. We made a song like it came out that everybody was performing, etc. And then they hit me and they're like, "We want you to be on our set." We don't have a record, so they're like, "Yo, we're going to the studio, make it." Went to the studio, made it, had choreography for it, all that, and it was really dope. Yeah, so I got the experience Rolling Loud. Shout out Lola Buns and Femi Lawson. But yeah, yeah, like Tory, free Tory Lanez. He's a motherfucker. Like he taught me a lot. I remember one time he told me, like, you see, when the crowd don't know your music, you know, when you have songs that are sampled, like, you know, I have Got Somebody, and I don't, nope, let's hear you sang that? Yeah. I got you, perfect. So this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Tory would be like, okay, so the songs you have that are samples, no matter where you go in the world, if you play that one first, and then cut it out, and then play yours, it doesn't matter what you're saying. They know, they catch it,
they got the
and now
sample.
you got them.
Even Who Am I? You have that one.
If I was to play the Beanie Man record, I have a lot of sample records, but this is something Tory taught me a long time ago. So you see, I did it at my show too. At all the records I played at the El Macumbo, before I performed them, we had a piano player play, and the melody would come in and the crowd would start singing. And then the piano player would stop, and then I would perform my sample.
Well, that's smart. It's like you already won them over.
Well, they already knew the songs, but that's just a mechanism I learned from a great performer, I think Tory. So, you know, Sav, he's gonna have a great opportunity, and you know, having a great performance. It doesn't matter if he's gonna have people that are there for him, but oh boy, if he kills that, they're gonna be like, who is that guy?
Yeah,
that's where his life could change.
And do you
think
think
needs 5 minutes?
It would benefit him to have like a sampled record that everyone could just identify with right away?
No. But that's just a mechanism. That's just one.
And I feel like because Clippers went so crazy, you know what I mean? Like
he's in a marketplace.
Yeah, I feel like he has at least one that's gonna at least 40% of the crowd is gonna know it. And then once the other 60% sees the 40% rocking, it's gonna be like, okay, like they know it. I'm gonna pretend like I know it too type shit.
And they'll Shazam the song too. Like they'll be like, "Yo, what is this tune?" Right?
Facts.
So that's new
It
fans right
just
there.
takes seconds. Like and big festivals like that and opportunities like that, it just takes seconds. You put on a great performance in the right moment, and you steal the moment. People are shazamming by the second. They're making videos. They want to. The mystiqueness in today's day and age is very. It's like you want to be able to say like, no, we were up on that from when he came to Florida.
Yeah.
So you know, for any artist in the world, like it just takes like 5 minutes of showing people like this is. You need to put everything you've ever learned in your life, every studio session, every sweat, tear into that 5 minutes. And no matter where you are in the world, you will win over 50 people. That's all you need.
Let me ask you a question, because I was talking to somebody about this. It's kind of like what I commented on your clip or whatever. But do you think rappers have lost aura in the sense of like back in the day, to be a rapper is like, oh wow, like you must be a guy, you must, you know what I mean? But these days, do you think people look at rappers as like, you're probably broke, or like, you're probably like, you know what I'm trying to say?
No, okay, so I was gonna say what's a guy, but you know, comment gang would get at me and be like, we're in Toronto, like don't do that, Blacka. So like I do know what you mean by like a guy.
Oh, okay.
So you have to understand that
I can
no, I got you. In the beginning era of music, Friday's age,
Back in my day,
a guy is what you had to be. It was like you know, it was like what was the awards when Suge Knight went on the stage? Like the
Source
whole
Awards.
crowd was
Source
full
Awards?
of guys. It was like they're all bad man in the crowds.
Yeah,
you know. And then it went into Kanye era.
Okay, no. Let me re-ask.
So being a rapper is like, I think it's just who you are. In today's day and age, it's like I said it earlier in this same interview, people fall in love with characters. They fall in love with the way people dress. Like, I hate to bring this nigga. I'm not gonna say his name. Actually, good. See, caught myself. But I remember when he posted. I remember when he. I'm gonna tell you how he took off. I mean, you guys are gonna know who I'm talking about, and then hopefully we all don't say his name. But I'm gonna tell you when he took off, he didn't drop any music. It was a picture, and the picture, the hair was insane. It was straight, and it was like a bunch of colors. He didn't drop no music yet.
Oh my youth.
It was just like.
How come we can't say
red flag and
how come
you know what I'm saying? And everybody was like, "Who the hell?" And then came out with the mystiqueness and the everything we know. So cut it there, but
you don't have to say his name. But
cut it there. But you know what I'm saying?
Name on the show.
No, that's cool. So cut it there. But like, you know, there's a few artists that, you know, like you sell the image before you sell the music. And then today's day and age, it's not about. And then you find out later on, guys are fucking, you know.
But even them times, it was like SoundCloud era. So like, I feel like rappers still had like a certain aura. Like, I feel like because streamers had such a rise, people, I'll guess like the new generation were able to see that, oh, you could get all the ice and all the riches and stuff without having to commit multiple felonies and go to jail for the rest of your life. Or like, you know,
I also think a lot of the allure of rappers were exposed as like, oh, you're renting this jewelry. Oh, you're not really that rich. Oh, you're kind of low-key bummy. Like when we found out these stories. So like, I feel like all those stories combined with like, yeah, just like as time went on and we got exposed to more rappers, like the mystique was kind of like, it went from like, oh, you're a rapper, like this like heroic figure to like, oh, like you're probably like,
oh, he's a rapper.
360 deal, and like you don't own those chains, and like you have a crazy lifestyle.
I just think, well, some of those points are true. Sorry, I have OCD. Some of those points are true, but like, I feel like the Gen Z, they just got a lot more savvy with not working for people. So like, the Gen Z culture is very into tech and apps, and then that's when like streaming came into play. That's a Gen Z thing. So like. Yes, a lot of rappers probably like rented jewelry, etc. Homes went bankrupt, never heard about them again. Whatever. The Gen Z now used to look at a lot of those rappers like what you said, you know, larger than life. We used to watch 106 in Park. Magazines. You'd have to go to the store and buy a CD, and you don't want to rip the plastic off until you get home. So you really felt this way about a lot of artists. And then as you get older, it's like you hear them fall off the map. They made bad investments, whatever it may be. The Gen Z population is very intellectually into like the apps and technology, and that stuff is what's moving the world. So I feel they got to the money quicker than, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they look at it now like kind of vibe, you know?
That and I feel like rappers were able to control their image more back in the day.
Yeah.
Like they could, I'm just gonna do these 3 magazines and these 2 interviews.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's it.
We used to like have to go home for 6 o'clock.
Exactly. But
the
now,
news is on at 6 o'clock and 106 is on at 6 o'clock and we weren't watching the news.
Exactly.
Then,
but now like you see a rapper's whole lifestyle on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, like we kind of see, this nigga's just like us. You know what I mean? Like, you've been faking this whole time. Like you've been going, like, you know what I mean? So I feel like it kind of brought them down to life. But with the streamers, they built their audience by just being themselves, streaming 10 hours a day. So you see who I am at my core, and then you fall in love with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't say just the streamers and make it like a streamer rapper thing. I think it's just Gen Z. It's because it's the internet. They understand the attention is currency. They understand. Like, I've been vlogging from like the day I started. You can go on my YouTube channel. Like, I have vlogs from the very beginning all the way to like everything I've ever done.
Yeah.
I have a lot of vlogs. In streaming world or certain artists now, they're like trying to get up on that. And then that's when people are comparing them to like streamers where it's like, before you weren't showing your world and now you want to show your world or stream or vlog or, you know what I'm trying to say? So like, but a guy like me, I've been doing it like, from day one, like I said. So like to me, I don't look at it like a rapper streamer thing. I look at it like the Gen Z, like they're here to mod the place. And if you don't get with it, like AI, like what I was saying earlier in this interview, like, if you don't get with the times and understand how you can fit in and squeeze your juice out of the rag, then, you're going to get left behind in the time.
You get left behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's real talk right there. Okay, I'm going to skip some of these topics because I don't want to, I'll save it for my live stream, right? Because I got topics that are just high level fuckery right now. They're just like not Blacka Da Don associated. But I will ask something.
Appreciate that.
No, bro. We get into some mix-ups over here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to exclude Blacka Da Don from any more of these mix-up topics. But there were some juicy ones. But I'm going to get to our last topic here about carding. Okay, it's something a little bit more in our civic duties.
About?
Carding. You remember carding?
Yeah.
Right?
When police would have to, let me see your ID.
Yeah.
Without
no probable cause.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So they said that they took that away years ago, mad years ago, but I feel like that kind of here and there never changed. I found a post on this page called Toronto Culture, and I'll pull it up on the screen over here. And it says Toronto police face class action lawsuit over claims that carding never truly ended despite being banned. And that's probably a little bit too far for you to read over there, Azar.
If you can zoom in.
Let's see, give it a quick zoom.
Command plus. A little one more.
Boom,
yeah, okay. A little too much.
My bad.
Okay. All right. Dale James, a Black Toronto man, has been repeatedly stopped by police for decades, even after the city officially abolished the controversial practice of carding. He has faced dozens of stops, vehicle checks, and non-criminal encounters, despite never being convicted of a crime. James and other affected Black and Indigenous people are now part of a new class action lawsuit against Toronto police, arguing that these stops violated their rights and that similar practices continue today. The court approved the suit, which could impact tens of thousands of Canadians, push for meaningful police reforms, accountability, and compensation, and address the systemic racial bias that many say has long plagued policing in Toronto.
So, class action lawsuit trying to hold the Toronto police accountable for the carding that's still continuing, even though they said that carding ended. You know what I'm saying? As a man from back in the days as well, Blacka, like, have you ever experienced carding where, like, when you're young, preteen, they're just stopping you for no reason, just pulling up on you when you're walking on the street, bro?
Yeah, of course. Definitely. Yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
Definitely. The bikers, Tav. Remember Tav days? They used to be like, no, we're the biggest gang. That's what they used to say all the time. You guys think you're a gang? We're the biggest gang. They used to say, well, you guys think you're a gang? We're the biggest gang. They were very aggressive. I remember like Tavis. A lot of people remember that comment gang.
Yeah.
Around back in the time. But that's when karting was very heavy. So like just walking to school with your JanSport bag. After a while, I used to start walking like with my shoes instead of inside of my bag. I would tie them to the side of my bag and let it hang. So when you're walking, they can kind of see like, he's a basketball player. But then they still would kind of like pull you over.
Yo, fam, that's a super idiot thing that you have to like do all these different things just so that you can walk from your home to the school in peace with not from gangbangers, from the freaking police, bro.
Yeah, it was
That's a super idiot thing, dog.
And you're not even like selling drugs or nothing. It was just like a tactic. Like, just make sure you have your shoes, so like because you'll have your hood and your bag. Just make sure you have your shoes dangling. Do not put your shoes in your bag. Just tie the shoelaces and let it hang. And so when you're walking, they're like on the side. You're like, oh yeah, he's a little basketball player.
And was it like? I'm sure that's not just something that you just picked up on your own. Like your parents probably like, yo, make sure you have to like. These are things that I know.
My parents know that's something like we learned like out like like a little trick in the street.
Just experience.
Like,
Yeah. Nah, fam. Like, what about you, Natural? You've been through many different. Like, you lived in Malvern and you moved to different hoods and stuff like that. Have you experienced karting?
I have a 1-2 time. You know what I mean? It is annoying, like as a youth or whatever. But like now that I'm older, I just feel like it's human nature. Like as soon as you look at somebody, you profile them. You know what I mean? Like based on what they're wearing, how they look, like you kind of build a profile. And like policing was kind of founded on like racism and all them type of things. It was like
true.
They say it's like the newfound, like they were like the slave catchers type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I'm not gonna say like I don't blame them for continuing those practices, but like I do like understand why police kind of have a certain profile built in their head, and then like after a certain time, human psychology is just gonna get worse and worse as they keep acting on it.
And I don't know, Zara, I don't know.
Have not been carded.
But I will ask you guys this, because this class action lawsuit, people are finally like, all right, we're gonna do something about this shit. And even the guy in the picture, if I could pull up the picture over here again, I think this guy was, if I'm not mistaken, he was one of the people, he was a guy who was in an incident with police maybe about 2 years ago or something like that. And it was 2 undercover officers. This is just me off of my recollection. And that's how he lost his eye. And then it was 2 plainclothes officers that approached him, and then he got into a scuffle and they freaking abused the hell out of him, and he freaking lost vision or lost one of his eyes. You know what I'm saying? So he dealt with something crazy. If this is one of the people, or they might just be using this for the picture, right? But the people who have been dealing with a lot of bullshit, you from like back when you're young, you got to adjust to make sure that the police don't stop you. Fam, you think they might be able to say or like win this class action lawsuit?
Yeah, I think it's a charter violation. I think that's just like the simplest breakdown of it. And the only thing is like, I just feel like the police has access to so much resources to like fight any sort of lawsuit.
That's what I'm thinking.
And if you have a judge that's like, pro blue or whatever you want to call it, like it might be difficult. But I think that if you're able to establish that it's a charter violation, and like everyone falls under the charter, and police do harass certain people. Even I have friends that like they just always get pulled over because of like maybe past interactions or past issues, even though right now at this moment they're not doing anything illegal, but they just get harassed. And it's more the harassment that has like, I feel like a added effect. Like after years of getting harassed, that's going to affect how you navigate the world.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have to almost pacify yourself, dress differently. You can't even express yourself because it's like, oh, well, if I dress less intimidating, maybe I won't get pulled over this time. Or like, now I have to change who I am for safety. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's some BS.
It's BS if you're not in the streets. Because I used to think this way when I was in the streets. Like I never used to drive with a baseball cap on, all these different things. But I had to do that because I didn't want to get stopped by police because I was doing something wrong. I was doing crimes. I don't want to have to just feel that way just because I'm Black. And sometimes I think maybe it's the PTSD that I've created on myself from being in the streets. I still kind of feel that way. Like if my headlight's a little bit low, I'm like, yo, if they see that I'm a Black guy, they're going to pull me over for sure. I shouldn't have to feel that way in the big 2026, fam.
Mhm.
You know
But like
I'm
what
saying?
Natural was saying, like the foundations of that infrastructure are rooted in racism.
Yeah.
I think like officer was like overseer or something. I don't know. KRS One
Overseer.
said that.
Yeah.
Overseer.
Yeah.
No,
But-
real talk right there.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully these guys are able to win that class action lawsuit, because if they do that, obviously it's going to set a precedent, and then more people are gonna come forward and say, "Yo, bro, like
But
I've
isn't
been
it
affected."
isn't it the taxpayers that pay it? It's not really like the police. It doesn't come out the police fund, right?
Like if the police lose,
Yeah.
no,
They probably have
bro.
a delegated portion of their budget for legal cases, which is
Okay,
technically
'cause
all
I
tax
know.
dollars.
I know in most American states, it's like the taxpayers that pay. I'm not sure what it is like out here,
Mhm.
but that's what like one of the problems is in the states, because people will be like, the police, they don't really feel repercussions because they're not even the ones paying for it. Like they'll murk a man, and
Yeah.
then they pay out the family, but like it's coming out of like the tax. It's not really like the police foundation's paying it out. So it's like, I bet let's go murk someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then like you're suspended with pay.
Exactly.
So like you get back, you just had a little vacation. So it's like I can't wait to smoke
Yeah.
someone else. I gotta get another week off.
Yeah, I didn't get to keep my gun for a
But-
freaking month.
Even if you are like doing things
Basically.
illegally, right? Like say you're selling XYZ, whatever. They can't just stop you and do that. Like they have things that they can't do. So it's like whenever they overstep that, it's like they usually throw out the case. It's usually in favor of the people. Like a lot of arrests or like they get thrown out because of police misconduct.
Illegal search and
So
seizure.
they have to be held accountable to their own rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, salute to all of those families out there. Hopefully y'all are able to get through and win some money, and shit. I'm gonna join in and call for some carding from back when I was a kid or something. You know what I'm saying? I think we got it for the day as far as topics. Blacka, what do you got coming up as far as, we're in the beginning, we're in January of 2026. What you got, planned for the rest of the year?
A lot of videos on the way. All the videos from the chat pack.
Mm-hmm.
Videos, probably start dropping 2 videos a month.
Nice.
All the videos are like already done and shit. Got a lot on the way. Got a lot on the way. Chat pack 2 DTC. Some new merch. Little mini tour on the way. So it's gonna be a dope year, man.
No, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we could wrap it for today. I'm gonna bring some music here. I wanted to play this in the beginning.
When I'm taking your title, I got some shooters all
Oh,
up
shit,
in.
I got some music playing this whole time. I wanted to play this in the beginning, but suit the DJ Natural, or I forgot, was it you who made the request?
Yeah, for Bobby birthday.
Right? But
No, we gotta play Book. Oh yeah, we gotta do the new little TikTok dance, the Book that's taking off right now. Remember when Friday did this one for me? We gotta knock some out.
Because I was just about to play Honda Civic. That's my
Yeah, we gotta not
shit.
play a Honda Civic, but then we gotta do Book.
There's
Okay.
a TikTok dance?
Yeah, it's taking off right now. I posted a video yesterday and today.
Okay, well,
I know
listen,
you're about it.
Nah, I don't do TikTok dances.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's not
Common Gang.
it's not for TikTok, but,
Okay.
it will be on TikTok, but
Common Gang, you might see the old man Friday doing some TikTok moves, or so you might see me on
Is
your
it
TikTok
easy?
screen just now.
Is it
of
easy to
course.
do?
All you do is phone, and then basketball. When you play
Yeah,
basketball,
yeah.
so a no look pass.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
woo!
hit it, eh?
Come on.
He hit it.
Simple, you already
So
got
it's
it
like
right there.
Promoter call said that I'm booked. After it was sister no look.
Jeez.
Jump on the shit with no hook. She trying to focus. I give it that look. That's it. That's how I need you
Okay,
guys to do.
okay.
I'll do everything else.
Okay.
But that's like the most catchiest part. So
Okay,
far, yeah.
bet,
I'll
bet.
do everything else. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna play now. I'm gonna
It's 20 seconds. Like that what we're doing right there is like the first 6, 7, 8 seconds.
Okay, let me find Booked over here.
What do I do after?
That's all we need. Anyhow, we do that as a group is gone.
Yeah, that
We
might be
outta
viral
here.
still.
We're turning up the timeline.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right, let's get it popping.
100%.
Booked, Blacka Da Don in the motherfucking building. Let's go.
We
Thanks
love
for
hip
watching.
hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.